got to know about 2 new ideas here, and there could be some more brimming, some more ideas boiling inside you which you want to make successful. And my dear friends, one of the most important things before we venture into our next session, which is called Inspired Leadership, I would only want to tell you one thing, that please understand, for becoming an entrepreneur, the only thing you need to start is a belief that I'm going to make it work. If you have that belief, it works somehow. And going any further, I will just like to share my own story with you, and that will help you connect a bit with the seed of entrepreneurship, how it works. When I was doing my MBA way back in 1996, I passed out in 1997 after finishing my MBA. In 1996, that was a time when I think I didn't even know how to spell entrepreneurship. For the simple reason that entrepreneurship as a subject came in 4th semester. So when I was in 2nd semester, I didn't know what entrepreneurship is. And in 1996, we were not encouraged to start something on our own. The only thing we were encouraged was to make a good CV, prepare a good CV, send it to as many people as possible, and get a job by the 3rd semester. That is what we were encouraged in all the B schools at that time. And in 1996, when my all friends were busy making CVs, I simply thought that I don't want to make a CV because first, I don't want a 9-to-5 job. Second, I can't work for anyone else. These were 2 things that were clear, though most of the people around me never accepted that this is the right way of thinking, but that's how I thought. And I was not ready to work for anyone else. We had a few campus companies. I did my MBA from Jodhpur, if you've heard of the name. It's a city in Rajasthan, and I finished my MBA from there. And I had science, maths till 12th. I got into engineering, but I got civil engineering, and I was not interested in doing civil engineering. So I left and I joined philosophy honors, and I did my BA honors in philosophy. And after that, I jumped towards MBA. And I did my MBA in finance. So it's a pretty ajib combination, but that's what I had. And during my MBA, I started this organization called Swash. When I was 20 myself, I started this organization, and it was a very bumpy ride to start with because I was starting it in a small place, and starting a personality grooming organization in 2006, that is 20 years before, wasn't cakewalk. We hear about so many finishing schools, we hear about so many such organizations now. But 20 years ago, it wasn't easy. But then I knew that this is what I want to do. So I never sent my CV to anyone else. I worked, persevered, and it worked. And still works. It's a 17-year-old organization, and it's still working, though I'll talk about the failures also when we go further, because I have not been able to scale it up. It was a very personal kind of thing for me, and so I should have scaled it up, but I could not. And that is where I consider my entrepreneurship spirit as a failure, that I couldn't scale it up. So I'll come to that later on when we talk. But why I'm saying this to you is, if it worked in 1996, when I didn't know how to spell entrepreneur, when it worked in 1996, when no one else apart from me believed in my idea, then it certainly will work now. If it could work then, when all the winds were against entrepreneurial mindset, if it could work then, I think now a lot of things are in our favor. So now, working of a new idea, making a business succeed, or getting into that mood of problem solving not for monetization only, but problem solving to make this world a better place to live, could be our motto, and we could make it work somehow.